let's discuss what is product of vectors. So product of vectors, there are two cases. One is if the product of vector is two components, or if the product of vector is three components. Now let's consider if we have two vectors, then their products can be defined either dot product, or you can say cross product. Dot, or you can say scalar product, or you can say here vector product. If we have two vectors, okay. Now if we have two vectors, now we have either dot product or cross product, okay. Sometimes we call scalar product or vector product. Now if we have three vectors, then we have scalar triple product, or you can say STP, or vector triple product, or you can say vector VTP. If it is given two vectors, then we have two options, whether it is dot product or cross product. Now if we have three vectors, then you have two options. One is scalar triple product or vector triple product. Now let's consider this. What is dot product first? Okay, here what is dot product? Or you can say scalar. Scalar means what? It has only magnitude. Okay. For example, if I have a vector A and another vector V, A dot B is given by magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos of theta. Okay. What is cos theta? For example, I have a vector A and another vector V. This is, for example, A here, another vector is B here. Now they have what? Same initial point. Okay. So remember, these vectors is what? Co-initial vectors. Okay. This means same initial point. Now what is theta? This theta is this. Okay. Angle between B and A. You can say what about this angle? We have this angle also. This is what? 180 minus theta. Now this theta is the smaller angle. Here this is the smaller angle between A vector and B vector. Okay. Now which is smaller? Therefore 180 minus theta is bigger than theta. So you can see over here, magnitude of A is what? Magnitude of A, you will get some value over here. Similarly, magnitude of B also you will get some value over here. Cos theta also you will get some value according to the given theta. For example, I have two vector over here. Another vector is here. Here three vector over here. Two vectors, terminal point is over here. Three vectors, initial point is over here. Okay, this is not coterminal. Over here, they are starting from the same point. Therefore, we can shift this vector over here. Okay, here two vector. So therefore, these three vector as well as these two vector have same initial point. So for example, this is 45 degree. For example, okay. So therefore, A dot B means what? 3 dot 2 is same as mod of A is 3 into 2 into cos of 45. Okay. Therefore, this is the particular, here cos 45 is what? 1 by 2. So 6 upon 1 by 2. So this is magnitude. It gives magnitude. And then we have some formulas. If A and B are perpendicular, for example, this. Say this is, let's say over here, this is A vector and this is, say, for example, X vector. Now if A and B are perpendicular, therefore then cos of 90, okay. What is cos 90? Cos 90 is 0. Therefore A dot B equals to 0 if A vector and B vector are perpendicular each other. Okay. Now if A and B are perpendicular, then A dot B equals to 0. Why? Because cos of 90 is 0. Okay. And then if we consider in Cartesian format, or you can say component format. Now for example, if I have this here, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, and this is z-axis. Now let's go unit vector I over here. Here let's j over here, let's k over here. All unit vectors, I dot I means angle between I and I is cos 0. Cos 0 is 1. Therefore I is unit vector, its value is 1. Therefore I dot I also 1. Similarly j dot j as well as k dot k, all are, its value is 1. What about I dot j? Because the angle between I dot j is what? 90 degree. Therefore all I dot j as well as all different j dot k, everything become a 0, because the angle between them is what? 90 degree. Okay. Let's write some formula over here, some properties. Number one properties, we know that A dot B is equals to magnitude of A into magnitude of B into cos of theta. Now theta is what? Theta should be smaller angle between A vector and B vector. Meaning, for example, if I have A vector over here, another vector is here, B vector over here. Now angle between them is here either this theta, or you can say here this is 180 minus theta. So this theta is what? Smaller angle. Okay, here this is what? Smaller angle. Now what? This theta. Now this gives a magnitude. Okay, this whole gives a value, or you can say its magnitude. It gives a value or magnitude. Therefore it is a scalar. Okay. Number two, now if A vector and B vector are perpendicular, then theta equals to what? 90 degree. Means cos of 90 is what? 0. So if cos 90 is 0, then everything becomes 0. Therefore A dot B equals to 0. Number 3, now A into A dot A is same as magnitude of A. Okay. Similarly B dot B is same as magnitude of B. And then if I consider in component form or in Cartesian form, for example, if I have x, o, y, z, if I have I vector over here, so as well as here I, j, as well as k over here. Now A vector can be represented as a1i plus a2j plus a3k. Okay. Now here a1 is what? Its magnitude, and I is what? Its directions. Each components here a1, a2, a3 gives its value, or you can say its magnitude. Now this gives what? All these unit vectors I, j, k gives its directions, whether it is in x axis or y axis or z axis. Okay. Similarly, if I have a B vector over here b1 I plus b2j plus b3k, all are unit vector, then A dot B is equals to this into this. Okay. You will get IA1 B1 into I dot I is what? Remember what is I dot I? I dot I equals to 1 as well as same as j dot j as well as k dot k, all unit vectors, because cos 0 is what? 1. Now all rest j I dot k, j dot I, everything will come 0. Why? The angle between them is what? 90 degree. Cos 90 is what? 0. Therefore everything becomes 0. Therefore what I will get? A1 B1, A2 B2 plus A2 B2 plus A3 into B3. Okay. There. So A dot B is given by this. Next one is projection. projection. Say for example, if I have a vector as well as I have a b vector, have same initial point, co-initial vectors. Now projection of A on B, projection of A on B, okay. Now it's like projector, okay. It's like projecting, whole this is projecting over here on B, okay. So projection of A on B vector is given by on, okay. Remember always on this, okay. So is given by this magnitude of B, A dot B vector. Now similarly, projection of B vector on A will be, on A means what? On A will be here in denominator, we will get A dot B vector, okay. So these two are very important formula. Next is, what is angle between two vectors? Number 6. For example, if I have a, in Cartesian, or you can say in components form, if I have a vector A vector say its component is A1, A2, A3, and another vector V is here. B vector is same as B1, say let's say B2 and B3. So this is what x-axis and y-axis and z-axis. It go, unit vector is I over here, here j, here k, okay. Therefore this A vector I can represent as A1i plus A2j plus A3k with respect to all unit vector. Similarly, B vector can be represented as B1i plus B2j plus B3k, okay. What is angle between A vector and B vector? So angle between A vector and B vector is given by cos of theta equals to A dot B upon mod of A into mod of B, okay. Mod of A into, what is A dot B? Now A dot B is that if A is this, B is this, then A dot B will be what? A1 B1, A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3. And then mod of A is what? Square root of A1 square plus A2 square plus A3 square into B. Here same as B1 square plus B2 square plus B3 square. Therefore cos theta is given by angle between A vector and B vector is given by this. Now if A and B are perpendicular, what to do? Now if A vector and B vector are perpendicular. But perpendicular means what? Cos of 90 is what? 0. Okay, cos 90 is 0. Therefore, therefore A1 B1 plus A2 B2 plus A3 B3 will be what? Become a 0. Okay. Or you can say 6 1 and then 6 double dash. Now, if A vector and B vector are parallel to each other, then it will be A1 upon B1, A2 upon B2 will be same as A3 upon B3. Or you can say if 3 are same, then you can say equals to some constant, say. Just remember, if these A and B vector are parallel, then this condition satisfies. If perpendicular, then the angle between them is what? 90 degree. Cos 90 is what? 0. Therefore, we can say A dot B become a 0. Okay.